I promise you, this way of eating will change your body. And I'm just talking about the outside, you know, how you look on the outside, it will be changed forever. Ooh, I just choked on my spit. Hey SB fam, it's me, Steak and Butter Gal. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to show you guys something. Simba is literally asleep on my leg, so I'm not really gonna move. I have my YouTube channel right here on the TV and some beautiful flowers on the left. So today's video is all about the pros and cons of the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet is also known as a zero carb diet because you aren't eating any carbs, you aren't eating any fruit, vegetables. That's right, no vegetables on the carnivore diet. So we're only eating meat here, and we are eating any animal products such as eggs, fish, we can have cheese, we can have kefir, dairy, and we can have pretty much any animal fat like butter, suet, pork lard, anything that comes from an animal. Let's just jump right in. What are the benefits of eating this way? Firstly, simplicity. Okay, there is no diet in this world, at least I believe, that can be more simple than the carnivore diet. You can literally be eating the same meal every single day for pretty much the rest of your lives and feel your best, look your best, lose weight, and just be awesome. Also, you can be saving a lot of money if you're eating quality ground beef and quality eggs. You could really survive off of that. That's actually what I'm eating these days. I'm just eating a bunch of ground beef with a bunch of eggs. I cook it into my carnivore muffins, which is right here if you want to learn how to make it. But I'm not even joking. That's what I've been eating every single day, and I love it. I'm satisfied. I'm finally satiated. And of course, I feel so amazing and energetic. That is another benefit. Energy levels. So your energy levels, you will definitely notice they will rise and they will keep rising. So the more you cut out your carbs and the more you focus on fat and protein from animals, the more energy you will feel. And I seriously promise you that because I came from a vegan diet where I pretty much only ate carbs. I was on this high carb, low fat, whole foods, plant-based diet. That's what we vegans used to call it, or I used to call it. And I would get these like sugar spikes where I would feel so energetic and so like excited, but it would be to the point where I'm like bouncing off the walls. And then shortly after, I would have the biggest crash ever. I would want to sleep, I would want to nap, not do shit, sorry for the language, but it would just be very like up and down. And that affected my mental health, my mood, my energy, and shortly after, my overall health. So with carnivore, it's a completely different story because you will have stable energy, but that stableness in energy is going to be higher than you've ever felt. So of course, everyone is going to be different, but at least for me, coming from such a low history of energy and mood from the vegan diet, I was vegan for 6 years. It was a drastic change once I went zero carb carnivore. My energy really went up and I was able to stay that energetic throughout the day. So my mood would be stable. I would not be feeling irritated and hangry because I was finally satiated and full and nourished from these really nutrient dense and fatty foods from the carnivore diet. So besides energy and simplicity, by the way, with simplicity, you're gonna have so much more time on your hands to do whatever you want with your day, with your life. And with me, I choose to eat the same meals that are easy to cook so I can spend more time with Simba or with my boyfriend or with my family or at the piano and violin. So it's awesome, especially for me as a student with a busy lifestyle, teaching students and trying to pursue a performing career. It's great to not have to worry about recipes and cooking and preparation and grocery shopping when I've got everything I need for a long time in my freezer and fridge. Next benefit and pro is muscle mass and fat loss. So I choose to combine both of them because both of them are going to be affected inevitably in a good way. So ladies and gentlemen who are worried that not eating carbs or only eating protein and meat is going to make you lose muscle and gain fat, you guys don't have to worry about that. I promise you, because I'm living proof here. I'm thinner and leaner than I ever was, even when I was vegan. So for all of you ladies out there who think that the only way you can get in your best shape ever is by going plant-based or vegan or vegetarian, you are gravely wrong. You are so wrong. And I really, really hope that you trust me when I say that you need protein and fat from animals, quality protein and animal fat, to truly lose that stubborn fat and to truly lean up and gain muscle, feel stronger and sexier, and fit into that gorgeous tight dress you have waiting for you. And also, because it's summertime, I really urge you guys to try cutting out the carbs and upping your fats and protein, and just see what it does to your beautiful body in literally just 2 weeks. I promise you, this way of eating will change your body. And I'm just talking about the outside, you know, how you look on the outside, it will be changed forever. And for the men out there who love working out, who love going to the gym and gaining, bulking, you guys don't have to worry about losing muscle mass because the protein and fat is going to really support your gains, your energy, and your ability to really work out hard. There are too many ladies out there on Instagram asking me how they can lose weight and stay thin. And I always say, cut out the carbs, eat more fat, and then eat more protein. I personally prioritize my fats over protein just because that's what my taste buds and body wants first. And also because I do believe that eating fat will make you thin, not the other way around. Okay, so besides slimming down, adding muscle, which I feel like is a great bonus, your skin is going to be amazing. So I have noticed that my skin has literally transformed 180 degrees. It used to be extremely oily, extremely acne prone and sensitive, so greasy that I feel like I could see my own reflection when I look in the mirror of my face. It's just so greasy. And whatever makeup I would be wearing, it would melt right off. You know, I used to wear mascara, now I don't even bother, but when I used to wear mascara, just 1 hour outside and my mascara would be dripping down my eyes and I would look like I just cried. And my makeup, of course, it would be clogging my pores, and in turn, I would be getting breakouts every single day. I was very acne prone when I was vegan. And now my skin is no longer nearly as greasy. It's now more combination, a little bit greasy here, but I actually don't mind the shine. It's like highlighter, natural highlighter. And I have normal skin on my cheeks and around my temples. So it really has made a huge difference in my skin. I also noticed that my discoloration and scars from my cystic acne, they're fading, they're slowly healing. Honestly, there's just so many benefits in my skin that I notice every single day. I don't even wear makeup on the daily anymore because I don't feel self-conscious about my skin. And I'm telling you guys, that's a huge self-esteem booster. When I had shit skin back in the day, it would be hard to even like make eye contact with people. So that's another thing. When you change your diet, you will see that your health is going to change from within and show from outside too. Not only will you see it in your skin, you're going to see it in your hair, your nails, your eyelashes, your eyebrows, your lips. Like everything is going to be enhanced, moisturized, hydrated, and glowing. So if that doesn't act as a huge confidence booster, then I really don't know what else is. And this is through diet. So you don't have to use big bucks to get skincare or like surgery or medicine or therapies or like laser treatments. Instead, eat and feed yourself the right nutrient-dense animal foods and see how it affects your confidence. See how it brings out your personality, your best self. And I know I sound cliche, but I have slowly seen myself grow and mature and kind of shine, especially through my career as a musician. Performing on stage is literally all about confidence. It's all about being confident on stage and being bold and brave. As a pianist and violinist, it's not really attractive to just play perfectly, you know, every single note on the dot. What people care about in the classical music world is creativity and boldness and being daring with the music, and of course showing your own personality through your music making. And I really do believe that healing my mental health, my anxiety, and boosting my own confidence through my skin and weight loss has dramatically affected the way that I make music and the way that I am as a person in this world. So I'm sorry if that was all cheesy to you, but it is something that I am grateful for every single day, because I feel and I see the difference that food makes. I notice that I'm calmer in the mind and in the mood, and I can just be at peace in the moment rather than thinking about what's next or what I did, you know, in the past, and like just being super anxious and jittery all the time. Anyways, let's just go on to more pros. I got my period back. So diet also affects your hormones, especially with females. Ladies, you guys have to be so aware of what you are feeding your precious bodies, because you have a reproductive system down there. And if you want to stay fertile and if you want to have kids in the future, you gotta be aware of what you are eating today, tomorrow, and pretty much your whole life. It's okay if you had a history of eating a ton of junk or a ton of vegetables or being vegan like me. There's always ways to heal yourself and reverse your issues. And that's what I did with the carnivore diet. I lost my period when I was vegan pretty much by year 5. And for 2 years, I had no period. I didn't tell my mom. I pretty much didn't tell anyone because I knew how big of an issue it was. And I really, really was desperate to seek the answer on my own. And it was kind of depressing. It affected me a lot. So what changed was when I went to go get my full panel blood test in New York City by year 6 of being vegan, my doctor, and I thank her for this, she sat me down and gave me a serious talk saying that I was extremely deficient in a lot of vital nutrients and vitamins, one of them being vitamin D and iron. So that's why probably I did not have a period. And so she told me that I would either have to really supplement a lot or just go and eat some animal foods, some meat, some protein, as that's what she thought would bring back my period and boost up my deficiencies. So I am so glad that she said those words to me, because that is what sparked the interest, the idea to research about eating meat again. And that's how I came across the carnivore diet. I really thank Joe Rogan's podcast because he featured a lot of carnivores on his YouTube channel and podcast, and that really helped me. When your hormones are normal and regulated and healthy, it's also going to shine through your skin, through your hair, through your mood. Hormone and metabolism, your hormone levels and your metabolic levels are so interconnected that if one is off, your whole system is going to be thrown off, and you are going to see that your health, your energy, your mood is going to be a wreck. So the best way to heal metabolism and your hormones is through diet, the carnivore diet. So about metabolism, I can totally tell that my metabolism is back to being really fast and really healthy, just working as a normal 23-year-old body should. You know, when I was vegan, I would be eating less than 1,500 calories, and yet I would not be able to keep my weight off. I would be heavy and I would be bloated. But now that I'm carnivore, I am eating 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. That's right. And if you don't believe me, look at my Instagram stories. Every single day, I post what I eat. And I'm eating all this food, all of these fats and protein. Yet I am not gaining weight. Yet I am still leaner and thinner than I have ever been. So that's something to show that my metabolism is probably very much healed and very, very healthy. And bloating. You have no bloating on the carnivore diet. I'm telling you guys, your stomach will be flat even after you eat your meal. Unlike being vegan, before, during, and after, bloating 24/7. Oh, one last thing before I go on to the cons, because honestly, the benefits are never ending. I also know a lot of carnivores in the carnivore community who tell me that they have healed some seriously lifelong issues, okay? So autoimmune diseases, thyroid problems, Hashimoto's, so many illnesses healed with just diet, diabetes, insulin resistance. Okay, so the last thing is I have noticed that my pain, my headaches, my chronic pain, for example, when I'm on my period, my cramps, they are all dramatically less painful. So that just goes to show that my inflammation is gone. This diet is probably the most anti-inflammatory way of living. Okay, let's move on to the cons, which I'm sure all of you guys are here for. You guys want to know what is so bad about the carnivore diet so you guys don't have to try it. Okay, firstly, the carnivore diet is not for the faint-hearted. It is for people who actually want to achieve long-term health, who actually want to heal their issues. And that is going to take time and a lot of patience. So, for example, I have a lot of ladies who come on and tell me, hey, I have been vegan for years. I've been counting calories for so long. But when I come on the carnivore diet, I'm gaining so much weight. I don't know if I should continue. I get this message every single day. That just goes to show that your intentions are not correct. If you are here for the carnivore diet for a quick fix to lose weight, that's not for you. This diet is just not for you. This diet is for those who are patient, who can be committed and consistent, who want to achieve optimal health, who want to be their best self, and who are patient. Again, it's going to take time, especially for each person. It will differ and it will vary based on your eating history. So let's say you have been restricting and counting calories for 10 years. Then it may take a bit longer for you on the carnivore diet to truly adapt, to truly get over the hump of weight gain. So this whole weight gain ordeal, you know, where women will gain a bunch of weight is a thing. Okay, on the carnivore diet. And I truly believe it's because the body is finally getting foods that are nutrient dense and nourishing that the body has been longing for the longest time. So it is asking for more and more and more so that it can finally feel safe and healed. For me, I just had an insatiable appetite. I was so hungry all day, every day. And I really do believe that if you go carnivore, you should definitely eat when hungry and stop when full. And if that means that you have to gain a few pounds, a few 10, 20 pounds, it is definitely worth it. If you push through the weight gain, just tolerate it. Because after a while, your body will stop wanting that much food and that many calories, and it will slowly wean off and start losing weight. I do notice that it happens to ladies more often than men, probably because we ladies have wrecked our metabolism a little bit harder. I know I have. All of that weight gain was necessary to bring back my period, to heal my metabolism, to regulate my wrecked hormones. So weight gain at the end of the day is not a negative if you think about all of the benefits that you will reap in the long run. So that is something that I feel like could be one of the biggest cons, especially for people who are so obsessed with weight gain and trying to lose weight. Sometimes weight gain is necessary, but trust me when I say that if you are carnivore, that weight gain is only going to be temporary. Okay, another con is variety. For me, I don't consider this a con, but I added this because some people just seek variety in their life, including their diet. They might want to have like more desserts, you know, and a whole variety of meals throughout the week. But with carnivore, you kind of have to keep it simple. You have no choice because you have either fish, pork, lamb, beef, chicken, you know, it's just meat. Or if you don't want meat, you can have eggs, you can have some dairy or cheese, but really at the end of the day, it's just so much food that you can deal with. Of course, you can be creative with recipes, with combinations, with how you cook, but at the end of the day, it's just animal foods. So for some people, that's just not gonna work for them because they need sweets, they need like a bunch of different colors and stuff on their palate, which I feel like you guys can get over once you are, you know, committed long enough. But that could be a big hump, especially the sweets, because there's nothing really sweet in the carnivore diet besides honey, which is acceptable, but obviously you can't have too much of it. So people with a huge sweet tooth is definitely going to go through a lot of withdrawals on the carnivore diet. But hey, once you get over that hump, again, I'm telling you, the benefits are worth it. Eating out, I would say, is another con. You kind of have to be very prepared. Anytime you go out with friends or family, you have to kind of have the say in which restaurant to go to, because there's only so many restaurants that will serve carnivore food. For example, my go-tos are hot pot. That's like my top. Hot pot is basically a Chinese style of eating where you can get your own pot of broth or water and you just dip raw meat and eat. So that's like heaven for carnivores. And there are many all-you-can-eat hot pot restaurants. Second would be Japanese restaurants, because there you could get sashimi, but the bill adds up. So, you know, of course, steakhouses, what else? Like Asian restaurants could cook up meats for you, but I'm always careful when I go to restaurants because I never know what they add back behind the doors in the kitchen. Sometimes they could add a sprinkle of sugar or a sprinkle of soy sauce or frickin' vegetable oils, God forbid. So I always have to be very prepared and careful when going out in restaurants. And sometimes it's a hassle, you know, and I don't want to bother my friends or family by saying, oh, we can only go to these restaurants. So that definitely is a con. But is it worth it? Yes, because instead I host parties and gatherings and dinners at my apartment and I cook for my friends, which is so much fun. So, you know, you kind of have to work your way through some things when you live this way. Let's see, I have a whole list. Oh, okay. I think this is the last con and the biggest con. It is number 2, going to the bathroom. And this is going to be a huge part of your adaptation phase, running to the toilet. And I'm saying running like actually running, okay? Because you will not see it coming, and when it comes, you will only have seconds before a disaster happens. And this is usually caused by the cutting out carbs, the cutting out fiber. Your gut, your microbiome needs to seriously adjust without all this fiber. So you are going to have runny stools, okay? So you just gotta accept it. Again, you gotta push through. And actually, the best time to go carnivore for newbies is now, when the COVID is still at full blast, because you're going to be able to stay at home or stay indoors, you know where the toilet is. So when you do have a runny stool, you'll be able to know exactly where to go and do your business. I went carnivore when I was at school in Juilliard, and it was my second year master's, and I remember all of those days where I'm in class and I'm living on the edge because I don't know when it's time to go to the bathroom. It's just a hassle when you're in school, you know? So that's why I really urge you guys to start now and then get over this hump of loose stools, because I promise your body will adjust. Your body will soon be able to digest and process meats only, and you will be able to just go normally. But actually, stools happen, for me at least, a lot less frequently than when I used to eat vegetables and when I was vegan. So that's something else you will notice. You will have to go number 2 much less, which is actually awesome. Yeah, beverages, you know, I don't drink soda, juice. You know, you're not gonna have that many choice of beverage to sip on, which for me, I don't mind at all, because coffee and water is all my heart desires now. But a lot of the cons, I would say, is things that you just have to adapt and get over. There's going to be withdrawals when you cut out all of these varieties and foods that you loved. But once you get over the hump, I honestly do believe that your life will never be better. It honestly, I feel superhuman, and I feel this way of living and eating is such a hack. It's such a life hack. So yeah, I think that concludes my pros and cons. If I missed anything, or if I didn't mention anything that you feel is a pro or a con, comment down below, because I would love to know. And yeah, let's just start a conversation down in the comments about the wonders and negatives of the carnivore diet. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. SBG out.